Hey guys, what's up? I'm here with another Blu-ray DVD collection update. I got 3 Blu-rays and 2 DVDs that I'm putting in the collection. Um, there was supposed to be more in this haul, but Amazon decided to fuck me over and do some stupid shit, even though I told them not to do this specific thing, and I told them to do another thing with the shipping, but they decided to do something different because I guess they didn't want to do what I told them to. So I'm not going to go into detail about that because I'm fucking done talking about that. I've already talked about it multiple times today to multiple different people, so. Um, Decided to stop into a Best Buy just randomly, pick up some stuff, and walked out with some, I would think a pretty damn good haul for about $50. I mean, maybe not the best haul for $50. I mean, I've definitely had better $50 hauls, like where I bought like not five, like not like I've definitely had better ones. I I'm sure that I've had better ones in the past, but um, I decided to pick up It Follows on Blu-ray. Uh, if you saw my hmm, if you saw my review of this about a year ago, you remember me saying that I didn't think it was that great, or but I remember saying like, oh, but it's still a good independent film, and if you love independent cinema, you should still give this one a chance. And now, a year later, people are still saying that this movie was absolute shit. And I will say that it's definitely not a great movie. I mean, it's very well made. The soundtrack for the film is fantastic. Um, very kind of Eraserhead and or John Carpenter esque kind of music, but it follows after sitting on the film for a year and rewatching it. I could definitely say that I kind of get what the director was going for with all the ideas that are shown in the film, and I can definitely say that now after waiting a while, I don't think this film would have worked better as a horror comedy, but they definitely could have done a lot more work to actually make it a bit more tense. Because after rewatching it after watching it in the theater and not getting scared or creeped out that much, like at all, I decided to sit at home and watch it in the dark by myself. And again, I did not get creeped out at all. It just didn't, and I could barely remember anything that happened in the movie. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot that happened. And still, and there are some kind of cheesy moments in it that just feel like they're straight out of a fucking Paranormal Activity movie. Still, a very solid horror film. Not the best horror film in years. Definitely not the best horror film of the decade. Honestly, Starry Eyes and The Babadook were better than this. Uh, fucking I would say that Unfriended was better than this in a sense that Unfriended was more entertaining. Not that it was better, not that it was like a better film from any other standpoints. Unfriended is a terrible movie, but it's a fun, kind of fun, bad movie. This is more of a fun movie that isn't that bad at all. Next, we got a Blu-ray of one of my favorite movies of all time, actually. It's Leon the Professional. Um, I really like this movie. I really do. Haven't gotten around to watching the extended cut of the film as of yet, even though it is on this Blu-ray. But again, this is another one I hadn't watched in like a year, but I remember after watching it the first time thinking, yeah, this is definitely going to end up probably going on my list of some of my favorites. Because I really like how the film plays out, and all the characters are very interesting and likable. And, yeah. It's a damn good film. I don't really know what else to say. I got it for like $10, and I saw it, and I was like, hey, that's a good movie. The final Blu-ray is of Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey. Finally got this one. Another one, it's been about a year since I actually watched this one all the way through. And it is a very good film. Very, very weird and interesting and well shot and beautiful, beautiful film. I will admit that everybody who's like, oh, it's so fucking boring, I will admit that it is an overall pretty boring movie. But the beauty of the cinematography, at least for me as someone who enjoys movies, really makes it all worth the kind of slow burn that this film is. Um, Often considered to be Kubrick's masterpiece, I would definitely say that this is his best film. Although it is not my favorite Kubrick film, still very, very good. And it was only like $6, and it has a documentary on it, and audio commentary, some featurettes. Um, and an interview with Stanley Kubrick and the theatrical trailer. Not bad. Not bad at all. The two movies, two DVDs I got were Mad Max Fury Road. I really liked this one. I mean, as much as people said it was like the best action film ever and it was the best Mad Max movie, I wouldn't say that. I'd definitely say that it does. It's a lot more faster. It's way the pace on this one is a lot faster than the pace in the previous entries in the Mad Max series. But it is probably my second favorite of the series. My first favorite probably being the Road Warrior, and third probably being the original Mad Max. But now I have all of the Mad Max movies that are worthwhile. I got this for like $11 at Best Buy, which I'll be honest isn't that bad considering it's a 2-disc edition with some special features. Although where it says special features on the back, it just gives like, oh, like. Like literally, it doesn't say like, oh, we have audio commentary or featurettes on the effects or what decide or you know anything about it. It just basically gives you like the fucking plot of the movie, like basically. Although I'm sure it says right here, like you know, that George Miller, Tom Hardy, and Charlize Theron take you inside the grueling desert mayhem. As they create some of the most high velocity action ever put on film. So I'm sure there is probably a featurette or some audio commentary or something. I haven't got around to watching. I've watched the film, but I haven't got around to checking out the DVD and seeing what special features it has or anything. I would have gotten the Blu-ray, but the Blu-ray right now is going for like $20, which I mean I really liked it, but I didn't like it enough to spend $20 on it. Which is funny because I liked Krampus, but I didn't like it as much as I liked this. But I was more willing to spend the money on Krampus, that $20 on Krampus when it came out, than $20 on the Blu-ray of this. But I'm just happy to have it in my collection, honestly. I really don't think I'm going to watch this movie for probably the rest of the year, because literally this year I've already watched Fury Road at least 3 times this year, so I don't think I'm gonna watch it for a long, long, long time. Final DVD is Creep. I got for $10. Creep was one of the gems from last year. One of the legitimate gems from last year. It was a really, really creepy, realistic kind of found footage film. And while there are those kind of fake jump scares, fake out jump scares, the guy who does these fake jump scares to scare the main character, he's a creepy enough character, and he has the personality to where they seem like the kind of person that would do that to somebody they barely know. It's a really good film. Honestly, I'm sad that this didn't get a wide release in the U.S. because this would have been. I feel like this could have done very, very well, considering this is coming from Blumhouse of all people. When Blumhouse puts out, at least 80% of the time, mostly shit, and then they'll put out something good occasionally, like The Green Inferno or The Gift, or I think they put out Oculus. I'm pretty sure they put out Oculus. Or something like the Oculus or Creep. They'll occasionally put out something good like this, and then the rest of the year they'll put out Insidious 17 Part 17 and fucking Sinister 7 and fucking every other movie I don't like, Part 19. Um, I I'm done talking about those movies. I'm never gonna talk about them again. I promise. Um, but yeah, no, Creep was a really cool movie. I really, really enjoyed it. It was very, very creepy. Hence the title, Creep. Very creepy and very realistic film. It feels like, although it's a fucking found footage movie and everybody's sick of found footage films, this is a found footage movie where it's not just like, oh, it's ghosts or oh, it's fucking this or that or monsters. It's not something that's like absolutely unbelievable. It's something that is legit that you feel could actually happen. Very like Craigslist killer-esque kind of stuff. Um, really enjoyed this movie though. That is actually it for the pickups for this week. I will be back. I'll be back in a few. I might be back next week with something out with some more pickups, or I might be back sometime soon with a review or something. I really don't know. I don't have these things planned ahead of time. But anyway, guys, I'm Biscuit Boo 69, signing off. Peace.